Oh, hi, Lorna. Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lorna.
Oh,
Hi, Lorna.
how are you?
Oh, Kempo, you're there. Oh, cool.
Yes, he's a silent camper, but he's there.
Oh, yes.
Of course, I'm here, Lorna.
Yes. I really liked that class yesterday, Kempo.
Yesterday class.
Yeah,
It was really, really good.
it was really good and I understood it.
Oh, really?
Now where's Kempo?
I'm here.
He's in the corner.
Oh,
We put him in the corner.
oh, it's very nice there. It has a waterfall.
Oh, that's the waterfall is beautiful, right? Behind me.
Yes.
Huh?
I think it's a scarf.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very beautiful.
Mm. Very beautiful waterfall, right?
Yes, Kempo. It's so beautiful.
That's a good perception. You already created pure perception, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks to your class yesterday. That class yesterday was very beautiful, especially with the point that you made is to not to abandon. And so I thought about that not abandoning, and it goes on very, very subtle levels. So I greatly appreciate your wisdom, Kempo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Today I have a lot testing.
Oh no,
Oh.
please no.
First is Maryland, of course.
Oh. Okay.
Maryland ready to read the forecast reading. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, 7 o'clock exactly. So Maryland then press to who?
Praise in what context?
Press to this yesterday teaching, we have to press to who?
Buddhas and Bodhisattvas?
Press to Bodhisattvas.
Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Why we have to press to them?
Because if we have devotion and praise to them, then that helps us on the path, helps us achieve our goal.
Okay.
If we have devotion, then all our work is for naught.
Okay. Speak of positive qualities of others means you mean Bodhisattvas?
Oh, well, we have to see the positive qualities in everyone. That sometimes that's hard, but we have to do that.
So speak of the positive qualities of others.
Yes. Negative things. Yeah.
Okay, so praise those who have diligence and the good meditation and the knowledge. So everyone has that.
No.
Then why speak to everyone?
Buddhas and bodhisattvas. That's my first answer.
First answer.
Well,
Make sure
or teachers who are, but it has to be an authentic teacher who would have meditation skill and ability to teach us the Dharma accurately without
I see.
corrupting it.
Okay. So then, Thomas, what we can have for students going down to the, wrong direction?
Well, students that are going down the wrong path, we can help with generosity. And we can bring them back to the right path.
Okay, generosity can help them.
Well, first of all, but you can give so they can listen, so they can show more I guess more compassion for them, because you're giving them not just money but other things to, I guess, to gain their trust and gain their respect, and then by doing so you can bring them back to the path that the right path.
If they still don't go to right path, then what are you going to do?
Oh, then you can show some wrathful means.
Huh?
You can show some wrathful means. I mean, you can be a little bit more wrathful if they don't listen. Not to go overboard, but you can be, you gotta make sure they get right on the right path. So you can, you have to do what you have to do, but you can definitely show a little more aggression. But you should never forsake them.
Okay, great. So yesterday, the accomplished benefit of beings, we talked from there, right? Starting from there yesterday. So then that section, Sandra, Keeper, what is the first one, Bodhisattvas benefit others? What we talked yesterday, first one.
Benefiting other beings is the main goal.
So how to benefit them?
However, whatever they need. I don't know. It says if they were sick, you would
First one, what is that address yesterday? They put which is the first one, important one. Not the log the book and just give me directly answer. I thought you have all memorized.
No.
To give the Bodhisattva, to give the sentient being Dharma, help them relieve suffering from the samsara.
So that's the yesterday in the teaching first one.
I didn't remember yesterday, but that's my understanding of Bodhisattva. Really want to help sentient beings by giving them the Dharma.
Okay, so what is the EDG?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
The yesterday, the Bodhisattva, the first action is, which is like we have benefit others. How to benefit others?
Generosity.
How to benefit others. One praise the good that they do.
Oh no, that's actually the yesterday they talk about the first. Okay, Bodhisattva's action or is benefit others. So benefit other beings. Then what is the first address yesterday?
You're talking about the medicine.
Okay.
Giving Dharma. Teaching them or, acquainting them with the Dharma.
Okay. Giving medicine for others who need it, right?
Yes.
Create medicine. Okay, so that's the first one, yeah. When an ailing person seek medicine to recover from his condition, yeah. So if someone, okay, this question is French, and someone benefit you, something like great to you, so what are you going to do to them?
Always try to return benefit with greater benefit.
Okay, great. Okay, so make sure someone is relying on you, so what are you going to do?
Someone is what?
Relying on you and dependent on you.
You have to take good care of them.
Well, you have to comply with your responsibilities and take care of the person as best you can.
Okay. So yesterday we didn't talk much, right? It's like only half page or one page.
One page.
Okay, so anyone has questions?
So what is abandoning someone? So let's say you have two different things going in two different directions and they both depend on you.
Then
what do you do?
Bring together.
What if you can't?
Oh, use the different method. Some need heat, some need cold. Don't use the same method. Yeah, so that's very easy. Totally different directions going, then totally need a different method.
So you're just talking in a Dharma sense, right?
Yes, just whatever we do, right?
Okay, so what in the everyday householder responsibilities interfere with your Dharma responsibilities? Then what do you do?
What means interfere Dharma responsibility?
So let's say you have a Dharma responsibility you've taken on, you've got a Dharma responsibility, but then something happens in your family that pulls you away from that particular responsibility. What?
Oh, you mean Dharma responsibility, take away from Dharma responsibility?
Take away from householder responsibility, family responsibility.
So from you mean Dharma responsible?
Yeah.
So then you have to just know what is your goal, right? You just need to stable. You can help, who's the householders, like what they need. You can help them, but you can spend like help them 1 day, 2 days, like some days, like weeks is okay, right? You just keep your goal. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Not just going to a whole, like.
Not give it up, right?
Give up, yeah.
Okay.
So example, like someone cannot join like 1 week teaching or 2 weeks teaching, but then when they get time and come back to receive teaching and follow, not give up,
Right.
Yeah.
Let's say your family member, it's not happening, but let's say your family member is really sick. They need you to be there all the time.
Yeah, just you can help them, but you can practice the Dharma and still
Personally.
maybe you have have opportunity to receive teaching too.
Okay.
If it's this like kind of like this way, you still have opportunity to receive even someone your family sick.
Yeah, Zoom's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Kimpo,
Yes.
if you have a lot of family responsibilities, you take care of a lot of people, can that be considered Dharma practice?
It's depending motivation actually.
Okay.
So that's it's Dharma. Is first you need the ability, like you have to create first. So like study all these teachings, practice, and then you have like this activities you can really take into the Dharma.
Okay.
Okay.
So not for beginners, of course, especially who don't have mind for and don't know how to create intentions and don't know how to meditate practices. So then this daily activities cannot be Dharma. So you like think about the study or this stage of meditation, this bodhisattvas acts, what bodhisattva how can benefit them. If you study this everything, then you have ability to help others. And your activities can be Dharma.
Do you do a dedication or something in your mind before you're helping someone?
Just everything you can take to the Dharma if you know the Dharma.
Okay.
Yeah. So not only just one something, one piece of something. Like, so whatever you do in this, you taking care of your family, it can be Dharma. If you wanted to do that, take into the path, at least you have to study Dharma first and to cultivate meditation. Then you have a knowledge Dharma, you have, some levels meditation practice. Then that helps your daily activities take into the Dharma.
Okay.
If you don't create that first, then you say, oh, daily activity I'm going to take to the Dharma, but not really possible. Sometimes maybe like first day, second day, you think it's okay, but then third day, fourth day you go back to regular, ordinary, then you are stuck in there. You really cannot come back to practice Dharma. So first you need like kind of stable your practice.
Stabilize.
Yeah. If you have stable your practice, then you're doing things with other people, or it's like you can use that your practice daily life is take into the Dharma.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kim.
You're welcome.
A question that came up for me from yesterday to me was setting a good example is generosity, right? I mean, that didn't come through clearly, but setting a good example is really an important practice, I think. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all I could add. I'm just asking the question.
And a lot of work, Ed.
Huh?
It's not only a good practice, but a lot of work to set a good example. So it's a lot of work.
Well, I know. I mean, what really brought it to my mind yesterday is I'm thinking, I'm listening to the Kempo yesterday. He's really devoted, fearless, and presenting information, and I'm saying that's a perfect example. And I didn't see, setting an example in the text. That's why I asked the question. So anyway, thank you, Kempo, for yesterday.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so now then going to the teaching. Everyone did good. Test exam is mostly passed. So now we are into the teaching. So I wanted to share with you the beginning virtuous contents. So if sometimes I share this content, then you know where you are really. Otherwise, you forget which section you are and where we are, what we're doing. So this part 1, part 2, part 3, actually the beginning, middle, and the end, followed by this whole teaching. The part 1 is introductory section. So we finish that. Then we have part 2 is the main body of the teaching. So main body of the teaching have first one is 4 Dharma. So second one is abandoning the force of the vessel. The fourth one is third one. So the third one is the 4 trainings. So the first one is refuge. Second is Pachimokkha. Third one is Bodhicitta. So now we are in the Bodhicitta section. Then Bodhicitta section has a lot of different sections. Like Bodhicitta, third Bodhicitta section has how to awaken Bodhicitta, the causes of Bodhicitta, accumulation of merit, extraordinary refuge, cultivating the 4 immeasurable, seeing the Lama as a Buddha, the essence of Bodhicitta mind, to categorize Bodhicitta, 21 acknowledges according to the 5 paths, according to the essence, how to take the vows, the benefits of Bodhicitta, Bodhisattva's practice. So aspiring Bodhicitta, remembering, increasing, purifying, engaging Bodhicitta, ethical discipline, abandon no virtue, accomplishing benefits of beings, gather the virtues Dharma, perfect abandoning the practice, the 6 perfection, the 5 way of gathering disciple, dedication, progression along the path, and the premise. So that's all is Bodhicitta section. Today we are the virtue in the Dharma. So yesterday we talked accomplish the benefit of beings. So now today we are accomplishing the benefits of beings. Yeah, today we are in the accomplish the benefit of beings. Okay, so then this section has called ethical discipline. No, this is yesterday finished. So no, today is the page 92 is like actually part of the accomplish or benefit of beings. So regarding how we know what point in time we have officially received the Bodhisattva vows and constitutes the loss or breakage of these vows. In the root text it states. So here this root text talk about when we receive the Bodhisattva vows. So when is it become, broken the vows? So that's here is clearly, give it the answer. And the root text Tondrop Tuju Tinyam Sirchisa means accomplish all beings benefit. So that's the Bodhicitta means like accomplish all beings benefit. We need like that aspiration, that intention when going to receive the Bodhisattva vow. From the time of the final repetition of the vowels means like you always have 3 times repeating, follow the teacher. So the last one, then you receive the vowels. You have received the vowels. See, last is you receive the vowel. Final repetition of the vowels, you have received the vowels means always we chant 3 times. So last one is you receive the vowels. Sometimes the teachers say tabien, no, you have to say likes or excellent. This is a method, you will have to say excellent, something like that. Sometimes you don't have to respond. So anyway, the final prayer finish is you receive the vowel. From then onward, uphold them. Then we have to follow the vowel, uphold them. If you transgress them, correct your transgressions. So if we lose something, the vowel has like broken, then we have to, become correct again your transgressions. So we have to receive again, renewed again. So if we lose the vowels, the Bodhisattva vowel is always possible to receive again and again. That is the root text. So now is a commentary. So of course, always give you more information and more clear understand. So the time when we officially receive and become adorned with the vowels is when they are given to us by the Lama. We have given rise to bodhicitta. So of course, like officially, when you receive the bodhisattva vowel is when teachers giving you bodhisattva vowel. So then that time we have given rise to bodhicitta. Of course, our mind need intention, good intention, bodhicitta. I want to benefit others. So that kind of intention. I'm going to receive bodhicitta vowel. The reason is I wanted to benefit others. So that intention we need. Without that intention, cannot receive the bodhisattva vowels. Each one has required. So Pakchi Moksha vowel, if you receive Pakchi Moksha vowel, you need renunciation. Without renunciation, you can't get the perfect vowel. So same thing here is without the giving rise to bodhicitta, and then we don't receive the bodhisattva vowels. We have awakened the supreme mind of enlightenment. So waking the supreme means like highest intention, mind of enlightenment. And we have repeated the 3 recitations of bodhisattva vowels. Wow. So usually we chant 3 times. Then there's many different kind of bodhisattva prayer recitations. Many different kind of recitations. So anyway, just have to chant 3 times. So last, when you finish, you receive again. You receive the bodhisattva vowels. So usually you have to, when you first, of course, when we receive the bodhisattva vowel, you have to follow the teacher. And the last one, then you receive the vowel. Upon the 3rd recitation, so you receive, that is how we know we have actually received the bodhisattva vowels. From that point onward, until we attain enlightenment, we should guide our vowels at the course of our own life and try never to incur the aforementioned downfalls. So then when we receive the bodhisattva vowel, until the enlightenment, we have to keep these vowels. This bodhisattva vowel is not until die. So when we receive the Bodhisattva, our commitment is enter enlightenment. Pakhi Moksha Vavo is enter die. So Nine Vavo is enter tomorrow sun arise. And this Bodhisattva Vavo is a very long goal, enter enlightenment. So long as we have this, when we take the vows, we have to keep this enter enlightenment. Then, keep the vow is cause of our own, the cause of our own life, and try never to incur the aforementioned downfalls. So many Bodhisattvas has that kind of courage to do. And some, even, someone say, I'm going to kill you if you don't kill these people. Then the Bodhisattvas just they die their own life, they don't harm for others. So that kind, the Bodhisattvas have taken care of is so cause of our own life, their life. And there's many stories like that. And one Khenpo, he come to Ingar Monastery. His name is Khenpo Tenzin. Khenpo means as a disciple. So Garchen Rinpoche share his stories, and I meet him. So he has, when he talk teachings, just everything he has memorized. All this way of a Bodhisattva, everything. He don't use the text, or is shared by memorize. And also very tight, like if you falling asleep, or you not really carefully listening teaching, or you doing just something like prayers or something, he tell them stop or go out. It's really strong like personality, and don't listening anyone. So it's very high practitioner, high realization, and practitioner, Bodhisattva, but not really, kind of like loving person, like, to tell you nice and something. Just he telling you do this. And when we come into the teaching, everyone have to take shoes out. And he said, take shoes out. So some in Tibet tradition, because cold, people don't take shoes out. Some people, the monastery is better because of monks, and you go to in the villages, like people, always walk, and they don't usually take out the shoes. And like not good for the take out the shoes. Actually he one day he come to my village, so just he suddenly comes there and come back from Lhasa to there. That time Garchen Rinpoche is my village area, so he's actually not exactly village, but he just wanted to meet him to come there. And then village, everyone asked him to record teaching, so he come into the temple and he telling everyone take shoes out. So everyone have to take shoes out. When he come there in, he said, don't use anything. Means like you cannot even use the prayers too. So he said teaching is most important, nothing any other than that. Then if you kind of a little bit fall asleep or don't listening, he's going to stop their teaching. Say you go out or I go out. Yeah. So then he talk about the way of a Bodhisattva, but mainly he just give a transmission that time, and he just told some part a little bit, and mostly he give transmissions. He didn't use any sadhana. Whole thing is like just memorize. He giving memorize. And when he finished the teaching, then he went into there's small rooms up there in the temple. So he went there and stayed there. People usually, you know, lamas comes, they wanted to see lay people come in and stay there and, you know, wanted to receive blessings or something. People wanted to receive blessings, come into his heart, room area, knock the door. He closed the door. People still knock the door. Then he opened the door. He carried his bag and he left. So then what he did is like that is like he went to Lhasa and come back to my hometown. The year before, actually, he come from is like the Kempo means a place to went to Gar Monastery. He stayed there 1 month teaching and then went to Lhasa. And then he went to Lhasa and the area teaching and some place. Coming back on the way, also he wanted to stay by Gar Monastery. So Gachi Rinpoche is not there. And then he come to the village. He wanted to meet him. So before he go back to his home, but then he giving that teaching, so you know people make him scared, so he ran away. He don't want to do blessing things, so he wanted to only give a teaching, ask them to do practice listening, follow Dharma, not follow the author level things. And Gachen Rinpoche share his story, like he didn't have fingers. I think it's like maybe in the also feet, the toys, I think it's lost somewhere. The reason is the 1959 he caught, you know, the Chinese army, and they're telling him, you have to go to tell the people, and I don't believe karma cause and effect. I don't believe dharma, and you have to tell the people. So you have to tell them no cause, no effect, no believe karma cause and effect. If you don't tell that, then they're going to punish. So he said, give me punish. So they put her outside in the winter, coldest time weather, and standing outside somewhere. So then that's why he lose the fingers or something, you know, there's no fingers. And so that's always like, say, Bodhisattvas, they give up their life, telling their people, you know, create like something negative for others, you know, because people trust him. So if he go to tell the people, okay, it's no virtuous, okay, no karma cause and effect. So if he tell that, people believe and follow that, right? So then he created lots of no virtuous deeds and harmful others. So that's why he actually give up his own life. But he didn't die. So I don't remember all the details. So that's Gachen Rinpoche share one time. He don't have, I don't remember exactly the finger or the feet, toys or something, because due to the punish he lost. So that's the one of example like this Bodhisattvas. See, what was the cause of our own life, and try never to incur the aforementioned downfalls. Make sense or no? Lots people like that.
Yeah.
Lots Bodhisattvas. They actually, you know, they recognize if you Bodhisattvas something do mistakes, like then create lots negativity, plant seeds for others, because people follow them.
So quick question then, was he practicing spiritual misguidance then?
What is spiritual misguidance?
Where if he's telling people not to believe in karma, cause and effect, isn't that misguiding them?
Yeah, of course it's misguiding and also the wrong.
Did anyone want to learn from him with him being so?
No, he didn't follow. He didn't talk to them. He didn't talk.
Okay, so then
He just take his punish. Is, you know, he said he's not going to do that. Yeah, he didn't did that. That's the reason he got punished.
Wow. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What about love? We don't talk, like, we don't have heart, right? So we have mind, body, speech, but we
Yes, I
don't.
cannot hear. Is what happened? My
Can you
internet
hear
is
me?
something wrong, maybe a little bit, right?
No, I'm outside. Can you hear me better?
Yes. So yeah, you have a question, so we can do after finish the teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So we follow first teaching, and then you can ask questions. Save the questions, please. Otherwise, we cannot finish the teaching. The vowels are broken wing from the depths of our heart. So no, the first this paragraph we already shared is like when we receive the vowels, then we have to take care of the vowels. The second, this paragraph is talking about when we lost vowels, like what we do when it's lost vowels. So that is giving information. The vowels are broken when from the depths of our heart we forsake a sentient being, and we let a whole section or period of the day pass. So this section is kind of we have to follow by like 4 hours. 4 hours. That's the reason yesterday I just give an answer like saying that you have questions like if you don't think about up during within the 4 hours, what are we doing wrong, and then going to lose the vowels. Like we have to follow kind of 4 hour sections, 4 hours. We don't recognize our mistaking and purifying it through confession. So when we have this kind of, come to in our mind and the actions doing, so especially from the depths of our heart, we forsake sentient beings, and we let whole section, like we just give up all other beings. We say, I don't care anyone. Really strongly, not just words. Words, of course, is also incorrect, but it's really give up in the heart. So that's why from the depths of our hearts, we give up other beings. Then we, of course, then doing some actions. So then whole section period of the day pass without recognizing our mistake. So we don't recognize the mistake and purifying it through confession. If we don't do confessions, we didn't recognize we did mistakes, and the time is past, give out other beings like the depths of our hearts, then the vow is broken. It's kind of like the root vowel is drawn like root vowel is broken, root vowel. Because from the depths of our hearts, we forsake our sentient beings, means like that kind of like mind comes into our heart. Then time is passing, no recognizing, no confessions. So root vowel is gone. Each day is divided into 6 periods called sections. It's like one day is 6 sections. So that means like kind of 4 hours, right? One day. Okay, so no, one section is kind of 4 hours. 6 sections one day. If we transgression one of our bodhisattva vows in the first period of the morning section, see if we get, transgress one of our bodhisattva vow in the first period of morning section, we do the morning, like morning broken vow. Then, for example, and we do not remind it before the morning section expires and the afternoon section begins. So afternoon is begin, like maybe 8 to 12, 8 to 12, kind of like that. So then noon comes, the the time is past. So then vowel is gone. When from the beginning of the afternoon section, so it can be said that our vowels have been broken and that we have lost them. So then we lost the vowel, we've broken the vowels. During these 4 hours, you recognize, you know what we're doing wrong, recognize, and we do the confessions. The vowel is still reminded, you know, not lost, not broken. Did something mistake, wrong, but we did a confession, we recognize wrong, and become vowel is just come back again. So if time is gone, then have been broken at that we have lost them. So now if we lost the vowels, then what do we have to do? If we impure our vowels, we lost our vowel or kind of like sound like demanding our vowels. This all is like dependent, which what happening, you know, so many levels there. We have like root vowels and branch vowels. So it's branch vowels fix is easy, but the root vowel is broken, so we have to receive again. If we lose branch vowels, then do the like refuge, bodhicitta prayers, then they can repair again the vowels. If we impure our vowels, the way to purify and restore them depending on the factors that motivated us to break them. So that's always dependent how we broken vowels, dependent. So the way to purify, how do we purify the wrong things, and also restore them, you know, restore the vowel. It's also dependent on the factors that motivated us to break them. If we have transgressed the vowel out of all 3 poisons, anger, attachment, desire, and ignorance. So all this comes together and we transgress our vowel, then have to retake again, receive again, same as like beginning. So then that's is going to give you an answer here. Then they have been destroyed at the root. So if these all 3 poisons comes together, if we have transgressed the vowels out of all 3 poisons, then we have to take again, but the vowel is like root vowel is broken, have been destroyed at the root, because the 3 poisons is there, 3 poisons there. So we need to take the Bodhisattva vowels again in the ritual described below. So we have to receive again Bodhisattva vowels, the same ritual. First time, like we received the Bodhisattva vowels, same like that. If we lost Bodhisattva vowel, we have to take again. Follow the described below, like before already talked, how to receive Bodhisattva vowels. So then drawn first means it's not this vowel is transgress the vowels out of the 3 poisons. Drawn first encode through ignorance and attachment, no anger there, but without anger or hatred. So when you lose the drawn first, you know, not really lost 100%, because no anger there, you have attachment, you have ignorance. Of course, the ignorance, then attachment arises. So that's why it's So the broken vowel, don't first, but without anger or hatred, can be recited by confession and taking the vowels in the presence of a representation of the three jewels after invoking the three bodhisattvas. So if we lose the kind of like don't far vowel, like without anger, ignorance, attachment, then we get to transgress our vowel. So that vowel is not really 100% lost rootly. So you can kind of like go to the retake again, but not necessarily like from the teacher to take. Just three jewels means like where is the Buddha's statue? Then Dharma, and so Sangha, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So we take again ourselves. We can take ourselves again. No need from others. So representation of the three jewels after evoking the three bodhisattvas. Then also like three bodhisattvas, front of the three bodhisattvas, just confession. No need to take again, just confessing, what we did wrong. So that is the not three poisons, ignorance and attachment comes and destroy our vows. So not really 100% lost. We can get back again. Don't first incur through only attachment can be rectified.
Yeah.
Rectified by recognizing the force to be a fault and confess and retaking the vow in the presence of one bodhisattva. So only the one. So the like attachment, then it's created the transgression for vow. So then you can just confession to the one bodhisattva. So bodhisattva is like who has bodhisattva vows, who already received bodhisattva vows. That kind of person in the front say, did these mistakes, I want confessions. So other also recognize, oh, you did good, like recognizing. So that's where we have to confess. The moment transgression arises in the mind, before it has chance to express itself in our body or speech, we should immediately recognize it and size our minds with mindful awareness, restraining ourselves through the antidote. So something like come into your mind, but not ready to action. Like your body and the speech not ready to do anything, but come into your mind something. So then you immediately recognize that, oh yeah, my mind is like incorrect. My intention is incorrect. It emphasizes our minds, then with mindful awareness. So then you recognize that and mindful awareness, restraining ourselves. So through the antidote. So use the antidote. Antidote is like mindful awareness. So use that mindful awareness, recognize, oh yeah, my mind is incorrect. My thoughts is incorrect. before you doing the speech and the body actions. So then the way to stay unsullied by downfalls or corruptions of our root and branch precepts is shown in the root text. So how can we do if we're not going to, get like our vows, like Bodhisattva vows, unsullied by? So unsullied by the downfalls or corruptions, our root and branch vows. So this is the root text. Nikola yin deyung chapapang, abandon clinging to material gain and honor. So that means like less attached to the other object. Abandon attachment to sensory pleasures. Abandon clinging to material gain and honor. And abandon attachment to sensory pleasures. So that's the causes of the broken vows. Causes of the root vowel and branch vowels broken. So that's explained is here. The Bodhisattva who has given rise to bodhicitta should not longingly mull over memories of pleasurable indulgence of the past. So Bodhisattva who thinking about like who has given rise to bodhicitta, like thinking about other beings. So that Bodhisattva should not longingly mull over memories of pleasurable, so like what you did something past. So, oh yeah, I really like that. I want to do that kind of, like not think that again. Pleasure things. Memory of pleasurable, indulgence of the past. If you something memorize past, you have some pleasure things, and then you wanted to do again, you have become causes of like attachment. So then attachment arise, desire arise. So that is the causes of the broken the vows. That's the reason Bodhisattvas should not longingly mull over memories of pleasurable indulgence of the past. Then should not cling to indulgences of the present, not only the past, remembering only past, also not clinging to indulgent present thing. Then also, and should not just lust after desirable things of the future. So also not desire to the future, no past, thinking again, reminding again, no present, no desire to the future. So when someone makes an offering to you, so then somebody offering to you, if you are, seeking for offerings or attached to that, then become is like, causes of the transgression vows. But then when someone makes offering to you, so you have to accept that, accept it. Also, if you don't accept, then we already talked that someone who offerings, you don't accept that, deny that, that's also incorrect too. You have to accept it. Then what you have to do for their benefits, the accept is reason is for their benefits, not your seeking to offerings attached to that, as a means for them to perfect the accumulations. So then you have to create accumulation for the donors, donors, offerings, who give things, like example, like someone generosity to you, also same thing, or whatever, you know, someone giving us, then perfect the accumulations. So example, offering here is like talk about a teacher, but like the parents give it to everyone, you know, parents giving to the kids, families, and also teachers give educations. So whatever you like receive, the same thing, you have to take it, and then you also like use that and create accumulation benefit for them and benefit others, something for like that way have to use. So this teaching is actually kind of like pick up the bodhisattvas, means like, okay, bodhisattva teachers how to follow, but also you have to think about your own situation, you know, like you are not teacher, dharma teacher, you think, okay, I'm not dharma teacher, I don't have this problem, or no one going to give me offerings, so I don't have these problems. Then you have to think about your family giving to you, your parents already give you your bodies first, then all the way like blessing, and so all this is actually parents is offerings you, you know, generosity or giving, offering, whatever course, just different words, but the main point is the same. Then you go to school, so all the land what you learn, and this government provide all these schools, so that's all government give it to you, offering you. So then where is the government is come from actually, or it's like people, so all the people are offering you actually. So then actually everyone taking offerings, not only the teachers, right? Spiritual teachers, like offering means like everyone receiving offerings from the all other people. So whatever you use the things, like it's offerings. Think about the water, think about the electricity, think about the road, think about the house, think about the cars, so all is like people's offerings. So of course you also create, but more mainly many things like some is like dependent you, but some is always dependent for others. So that's always part of our offerings too. So then you have to accept that, but same time you use that and benefit for them too. So how you going to do that? There have many different methods you can use, right? If you go into the road, you appreciate them. When you go to grocery, you get food, you appreciate them, you know, the farmers, everyone. So we can, when we say we eat medicines, we appreciate all these doctors who create medicines. So everything is like behind there is work so much already. Not just everything is come into front of us, right? If you go to grocery, like so beautiful vegetables, fruit, like not just naturally they come into in the store. So they're thinking about behind so many people already work for that to come into the store. So that's all is a offerings. We have to we can appreciate for them, recognize, and you know, then just accept we mind, okay, and appreciate and dedication. So kind of many ways you can create accumulation for them. So that's we have to understand here. Accept it for their benefits. So you buy the grocery, and you accept that, but that benefit for them too, as a means for them to perfect the accumulations. Then also we can do dedications, appreciate, you know, recognize something, doing use correct ways, benefit for them too. Create accumulation merit. It take it, but offer it to the three jewels. So offering to the three jewels. So that's the mostly just thing about the teachers, spiritual teachers' offerings like usually follow like that, and create a temple or create a sangha, dharma center, or like giving for some parents, and also like who's safe, and the students and the monastics. So that's always like that, and especially teachers who come from India to and US, other countries, and they come here teaching, and then they receive donations they take to back to in the monastery, or it's a donation to the monastery, serve the temple, serve the sangha there too. So like that. Utilizing it in a way that serves Dharma and abandon desire or clinging to it. So then utilizing it in a way that serves Dharma. So we serve the Dharma and abandon desire or clinging to it. So if you're doing something Dharma, then you are attached to that, you're clinging to that, then that's also incorrect. So whatever you does, and then no clinging, no desire to that. That's most important. So then, page 96, what is to be accomplished then? The root text continues. So then what we have to practice, like complete, what our goal, complete. So root text is Linga Yison Nanda Vimpati. Stay in a solitary retreat, hermitage, keeping body, speech, and mind pure. So then we already talked a lot about the Bodhisattva's conduct. So how to practice that? We have to stay in the solitary place. So stay a solitary retreat, hermitage, keeping body, speech, and mind pure. So this is followed by the beginning, more beginning for Bodhisattvas. I think I shared this many times, like, it's for beginner Bodhisattvas have to stay in the, they have to stay in the solitary place, remote area. The reason is because not enough their own practice is stable. That's the reason they have to stay in the solitary. So also, like, same is a question before measure, or I think Maryland, someone, we're talking about how to, like, we are stuck with our family, like how to, like, we take to the Dharma, something like it's too much to do in the worldly things, how to practice the Dharma. So beginners, very hard to do that. And for beginner practitioners, first stay in the solitary, remote area, and have to practice. Our practice must be kind of like more stable. Then you come back and taking care of your family and doing things and be with your daily, like worldly activity, but still you can keep your own practice Dharma. So beginners, very easy to lost. So that's why it's here said to keep the body pure, abandon non-virtue of body. To keep speech pure, abandon non-virtue of speech. To keep mind pure, abandon non-virtue of mind. So our body, speech, mind, we have to keep is pure. Pure means not creating non-virtuous deeds. So if we be with the public and the people, then we cannot keep our body, speech, mind is pure. Because it's already used to, We have a strong habitual at create already, and that's the reason followed by easily worldly activities, worldly thoughts, thinking, and follow that direction. So now to keep mind pure, abandon, no virtue of mind, should train in calming and subduing our mind. So we have to, practice, like we have to subdue our crazy mind. We have to control our crazy mind. So the mind is a principle, long as we control our mind, then body speech is easy. If we don't control our mind, then not possible to keep body, speech, and pure. So that's the reason we should train, means like we have to train in calming and subduing our mind and cultivate samadhi. We have to cultivate samadhi meditation. So think about the stage of meditation, many different level meditations offered there. So use that. It's our mind is calm and relaxed, peace, stable. So we have to create that. It's our mind is no peace, no relax, and then very hard. All of the Bodhisattva's conduct arise from staying in a solitary hermitage in the beginning, for one will be less vulnerable to corruption. So all of Bodhisattva conduct arise from staying in solitary hermitages. All the Bodhisattva qualities arise from the solitary hermitages. Stay in the, meditation or retreat hearts, stay in the retreat. So the give up homeland, with 37 Bodhisattva talk about to give up homeland. So give up homeland means like you have your families in close to your area, and they always ask you something to do for you. And then neighbors and you know each other, then create jealousy each other, especially the used to small villages like that, they have really jealousy each other families, and then recognize what you're doing, and other also recognize what they're doing, then they create jealousy each others, and then due to that, and become create causes of a lot of problems each other. So long as you have that kind of contradictions, very hard to practice Dharma. So that's the reason we have to change the contradictions. So just main point is here, you have to change the conditions. Some place you really cannot do Dharma, then you have to change the conditions. So example, like you have maybe many rooms, so you can change the rooms, change the conditions, and then also this followed by individual. Our situation is different. Like right now, you are actually kind of a solitary place too, your home. So no one come to into your home and knock the door just, randomly, and you don't know the other people's. Actually, they're kind of like in Western culture here. It's like you don't know the neighbors usually much. Not so. So then, kind of like each one is solitary here, us. So not much contradictions like jealousy each other, and someone knows each other. Small villages like they know each other. There's big problems. That today someone doing something, they recognize already that what they're going to doing. So then then they talk about that, and then they try to, or also they wanted to do same thing again, like same similar kind of like create like lots these emotions in each other. So we don't have here that kind of problems. Actually, we already solitary here. We are already in the kind of a remote area, solitary place. You think so? Especially this due to coronavirus, we are really put in the solitary too. So you don't have to really change your place. The main point is like you mind can practice like dharma, and not these emotions like conditions, that then you already have place, solitary place. So mind and cultivate samadhi, all of these bodhisattva conduct arise from staying in a solitary hermitages. In the beginning, so for one will be less vulnerable to corruptions. All these bodhisattvas qualities come from practice. Actually, practice is like need. When you practice dharma, you need good conditions. So this good condition is a solitary place. As long as you have good conditions, then you can practice, and you have all these become qualities arise. Just stay in a retreat place is not enough. So of course, like you have a solitary place, like think about due to coronavirus, you have to stay home and you have a solitary place. But if you don't practice, then that's also nothing going to benefit you, and nothing going to change you. So what we have to do, we have to practice. So that's the reason just stay in a retreat place is not enough. Of course, we need to maintain watchfulness of our actions of body, speech, and mind. So mindfully, we have to watch our body, speech, mind. Good is lazy. We have every morning and evening have sections. So that's also mindful, keeping, oh yeah, today I have this class, so I must be in the class. Or I wanted to be practice. Long as you come into the practice and the teaching, so we are just naturally into the Dharma. So that's also give us like called the mindful, time, speech and the mind. What kind of bodhisattva conduct should we engage in? Jikti Sungho rise. Okay, I think we finish here. So we leave it there today. Do you have questions? So we can talk about the questions.
I have one question.
Yes.
So you talk about confession. When we make confession, is that with the 4 powers and doing Vajrasattva mantra, or is there another way in which we would do confession with the Bodhisattva vows?
The confession is actually Vajrasattva is a Vajrayana tradition. This is right now we are in the more Bodhisattva level, means like Sutra and Mahayana level. So just think about when we chant the Buddha Shakyamuni, there has confessions. So that's kind of like you saying.
Okay, I
like
see.
this. But then of course Vajrasattva is powerful. That's also great too. We can do Vajrasattva. So some stick with Mahayana teachings, practice. So then they have to use this like confession to Buddha, chant this Buddha's mantras and practice like that. So we have not only Sutra teaching, we have Vajrayana teachings. We practice Vajrayana. We can use the Vajrasattva.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kempo, I have a similar question to
Okay.
that. Oh, do you have more, Debbie? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You can go on to that one. I'll ask in a minute. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. That's good.
It says, you rectify by confession and retaking your vows in the presence of the three jewels after invoking the three bodhisattvas. Is it Chenrezi, Manjushri, Vajrapani? Is it any bodhisattvas?
No, that's the three bodhisattvas is like we confession to three bodhisattva means person. So who has bodhisattva vows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Then you can confession to the three jewels means then you can use this bodhisattva's images, statues, like it's possible. Yeah. Okay, so then who has questions?
And then another question that I had was when you talked about the breaking the vows at the root and breaking the vows at the branches, you talked about the three poisons. If the three poisons were there, could you explain that a little more? Because the three poisons, are those being defined as ignorance, attachment, and aversion? Because you mentioned anger, which I know comes from that, but I didn't know how that kind of comes together. Like, what's the difference of the three poisons when you break the vows at the root, and what's the difference when you break the vows at the branches? Because if it's ignorance, is that not one of the three poisons?
So actually ignorance is, that's why we're doing wrong things, ignorance, yeah. So then anger arises, so due to because attachment something, your fixation to something, your desire to something, then that due to that you have anger arise. So then the three poisons are there.
I see. Okay.
So so when we this broken vows means three poisons, like some object is you really wanting attached to that. So others also wanted that same thing, like then you fight with that, yeah. So anger arises, anger. So fighting with the desire and use anger and due to ignorance. So then that has three poisons.
So that would break the vow at the root, you're saying.
So that's the break the, then of course you give up the other beings, So then there have four factors too, four factors. So four factors comes together, and within 4 hours you don't recognize what you're doing. Then lose vows, broken vows.
So I have a question about the heart. And then we talked about the heart a little bit with the vows. Because like Christian, we talk about heart a lot. So here we have body, speech, mind, but we have love and compassion. So we don't want to follow the emotions because the emotions are going to lead us to karma. But love is like the highest of the emotion. So then right when I asked about heart, then you talked about the vow being in the heart. So I just wanted to ask about the relationship of the heart and that kind of stuff.
Can you say again, Karen?
Yeah. So if the emotion, following the emotion is going to take us to karma, cause and effect, it's going to take us away from the Dharma, it's going to take us to suffering.
Yes.
But if we talk about Christian, Catholic, Jesus, there's like the heart of gold, right? That heart is a big part of it. So we have love, we have compassion. I really don't think of compassion as an emotion. Sometimes people say have compassion. To me, compassion is more of like an action. Like it's more, compassion is in the mind, but love is still in the heart. So if we have body, speech, mind, where does the heart fit?
So it's this, like, you know, heart means like you really your mind giving up other people. That means your heart give up other people means actually mind giving up other people, your mind. The heart is like talking about the mind.
The heart is inside the mind.
Let me just jump in for a sec.
Yes.
In Buddhism, emotions come from, well, from science, emotions come from the brain. The mind is, as far as the body goes, is located in the heart center. That's where your mind is. So when somebody says heart, that's why Kempo said when you say heart, you mean mind.
Yeah, the
And
heart
emotions literally come from whatever kind of brain you have.
do you understand?
Yeah, what were you going to add? You were going to add something?
No, it's just heart means like mind. That is like just use the way heart means like your mind really giving up other people, like say I don't want to benefit anyone. So that's we say your heart give up other people.
You're on that one example. Okay. Okay.
Tempo,
Yes.
do these same rules apply to householders and monastics?
This yes, this is all is like for bodhisattvas.
Okay, thank you.
The bodhisattvas not like monastery, not followed by the householders, just who received the bodhisattva vows.
Okay, so it's different if you're a
Yeah.
nun or a monk?
No, it's the same thing. Just no different. The bodhisattva means not follow the monk and the nun. Bodhisattva means can be everyone.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kempo.
Yes.
Let me clarify something about what Debbie was asking before when she talked about the three poisons. So if whatever act we do has the three poisons are involved, then it's a root corruption. But if we only have two poisons involved, like attachment and ignorance, then it's less, and it's a branch
Downfalls, yes.
downfall. That's how it is.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's followed by also 4 factors.
Of course. I was just unsure about the three poisons or 2 poisons. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you remember 4 factors? Aurora?
Let me see.
Marilyn knows.
Let me see.
No, I can see that. And who knows the 4 factors? Sandra knows, I think.
Here we go, Kempo.
Okay, the 4 factors are being motivated by an intense negative emotion and committing the downfall or wanting to commit it. That's 1. Not feeling self-conscious or ashamed about committing it. That's 2. 3 is feeling happy and enthusiastic about such a negative action. And 4, not seeing such an act as problematic.
Yes.
Those are the 4 factors.
That's 4 factors.
Yeah.
So motivation first. Then it's no shame. Then enthusiasm, like to do that. No recognizing after that. Wrongdoing, no recognizing wrongdoing. So that's I always see this fishing people has that.
What people?
Fishing, who fishing the
Oh,
fishing, right? Fishing.
fishermen. Mm-hmm.
Fishing me has that because they like to do that. They have some, of course, motivation, and then there's no shame. They of course they're kind of more courageous to say, "Oh, I'm enjoying," no shame, and then they have enthusiasm, like happy to do that. They don't recognize that the wrongdoing.
What if they fish and they catch it and they let it go back into the water? It's still the same, right?
Anyway, humming for others.
It's still the same, like hunting, like people who
You
do sport hunting.
Think
or-
about it, like example, like somebody put at the heart in our hair.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that hurts.
right? It hurts, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a hook in me in my finger before.
Okay, see.
Yeah.
So we hoping for other beings, like we play with others' life. We play with others' life.
Because some think it's okay if they do the catch and release. They think it's a little better, than like
Yeah, but there's
killing.
not better the killing, but anyway, they're just not good too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kempo?
What? Oh,
Kempo, even if we're vegetarian, we're stepping on ants when we walk.
Yeah.
I feed my cat fish food, and my cat will not eat vegetables. So am I. I'm always caught in this catch-22, doing all these things, trying to be a good Dharma practitioner, but of course, I am harming insects.
Which way you are harming?
Whatever. Well, just by walking and stepping on an insect by mistake and killing it.
So that's like not the first factor there. 4 factors means the first one is not there. And second is like no shame, means like, okay, we step the like bugs and all, we say like we doing that happy, but not like that, we don't have enthusiasm that, we don't have rejoice that. So that's the difference, like that they don't have 4 factors actually. Of course, like maybe non-virtuous, but not the 4 factors there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we can always say Om Mani Padme Hum every time we do it. When I feed my cat, I'm always doing that.
What is the last factor again? Does somebody have that, or Kempo, what is that?
So no regret.
No regret. Thank you. Thank you.
They're not recognized, but main point is like they're doing no virtuous deeds, no recognized.
I think that our number 45 is a really good, he provides lots of examples of this, in my opinion.
Which one, number 40?
Number 45. All you have to do is think of any random act, practically. Making fun of handicapped people or insulting women or whatever, and not having any regret and being really proud of it. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for an example, I just think he provides a nice example. Easy.
Yes, I agree. Well, what about mosquitoes? I was camping and there were so many mosquitoes.
I kill many mosquitoes.
Pardon?
I kill many mosquitoes. They're really
okay, that's good because I tried not.
Good is not good. I don't know what you days. So you think that's good?
It's good for me because
Why?
I was camping. At first I tried not killing them and it was impossible, or else I was gonna go out of my mind. Because there were so many.
Yeah. You just need that.
I think I probably had all 4 factors.
But they can give you disease.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a condition? Is that a condition? If something can give you disease and you're protecting yourself, is it non-virtuous?
Self protection. That's better, I think.
Yeah, they have disease.
If then you give it the bullet for them, then becomes so many mosquito comes like that, or your babies become.
Plus, you may have been joyful about
When you kill them, you're saving humanity.
well, you may be joyful about the relief that you feel, but I doubt you were joyful about the actual act of killing. Like, oh, I just love slapping these guys.
No, that's
what do you say? Can you say again for hobby?
Oh, I was just saying that you might be joyful about the relief you get from not being around the mosquitoes anymore, but it's not like you're joyful in the slapping of the mosquitoes.
Yeah. We no joyful, no enthusiasm to do that.
No, just
we don't have a like
biting.
Marilyn, in Canada, we have those amazing mosquito nets over your face, which are very good in Alaska for when the mosquitoes are thousands of them swarming and you're trying to eat dinner.
Yes, I saw someone with one. I had one.
You wear protective clothing and use DEET. Then you can survive, and make sure your zippers work in your tent, that you don't have a broken tent. So even in many situations like that, so that we have to be like warriors.
Yes.
When you mention mosquitoes, recently, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has been giving those teachings, but he talks about his karma with mosquitoes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. He talks about his level of compromise, maybe, when he has to smack one.
The famous ecologist Bristol Foster, who lives on Salt Spring Island, he says, change the predator-prey relationship, and he eats mosquitoes. He says that's the karma.
So Kempo, I have something else that's sort of along the same line, but the other day when I went to the mailbox, I saw a dead snake, and I really wanted to get that snake and bury it, but I would have put myself at risk because I would have gone too far into the road because there's a lot of traffic on the road. So what do you do in that? Do you just say, oh, money, pay me hum, and then realize that something else is probably going to eat this snake, and they're going to, it's part of the cycle of life, so to speak?
You see the dead snake, you mean body?
Pardon me?
You say you see the dead body?
No, a snake, yeah. It was dead already. And I wanted to bury it. Yeah, I wanted to bury it, but I would have put myself at risk if I went into the road. I would have.
Oh, then don't do, just chant on money. When you see the old dead bodies, just chant on money, pay me home, visualize the chinreze, and pray for them. Don't stop, because like you can see sometimes the dead body on the road. Just you cannot do anything. Just leave it there, already dead. So chant Om Mani Padme Hum prayer.
Thank you.
And if you do then Emaho Marvelous Buddha, so you can chant that. And don't stop. Okay, where is the dead bodies? So many dead bodies. Like then you lose one day your patience.
Okay, how could I lose my how can you lose your passion if you try to help something?
Because there's so many dead bodies, like you stop there, then you see more, then you cannot do all this, like berries, like dead bodies.
Oh, so you're subjecting yourself to negativity and therefore you could lose your passion.
No, patient.
Patience.
Patient,
Oh,
yeah,
He said
patient.
patience.
okay, I'm sorry.
Patience.
Thank you for the answer.
You're welcome.
I have another question about fish. So let's say you're with someone and they go fishing and they come, but so you know they shouldn't, but telling them they shouldn't fish is going to cause them a problem and conflict. And then they serve you the fish. What do you say? Because you told us earlier, we're not supposed to, if someone caught a fish for us specifically, but and served it to us, we're not supposed to eat it. So how do we?
So that's yesterday. Yeah, it's explained like kind of same thing. If you say somebody say we go to fishing, like even you don't fish, you come with me, I'm going to fishing. Then say, I know I don't want to go to fishing. So if you don't know someone is going to fishing, you just get up together and then say, oh, I'm going to do fishing. So you say, I'm not going to do. But if you cannot stop that, just the person that you know they're going to do, right?
Yeah, you can't stop
So
fishing.
you cannot stop that, and they do fishing. Then you say, no, I don't eat. That's it.
But what?
So you eat that together, then you action same together, you know.
But if they know you eat other fish, so you're
Yeah,
supposed.
but doesn't matter. You say, I'm not going to eat that one, you know, killing together.
Okay.
Same trip, you know.
Okay.
It's big different for that. So you are same group, you are same together, and like we say, all sangha comes together. Drawing practice has a power together. Same thing, like you know, you someone cares fish, you don't do that. You eat together, so you are already in group there together.
Okay.
Buy fish in the market and the cow and or doing that is totally different.
Okay.
Okay, so now we finish. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow, and we have to do the prayers.
Right. Sorry.
Dedication.
Just give
Please.
me.
Okay. I'm going to chant the Tibetan. Is okay for everyone or English?
Tibetans.
That's okay.
Okay. Emaong Om Sara Sanje Namwan Daye Dan Yes Jo Tu Je Bo Dan Yong De Sen Ban Te Jen Do Nam La Sanje San Sen Pa Men Kor Ji Gor De Jen Om Sara Ba De Me Ba Ye De Wa Jin Je Sa Ve Shen Gam De Da yin de ne zen bu chur mai da jie wai yin je par mai chu ba ru te re jin ne nan de yar dong xion de ge da ge mo lan da ban de so je san sen tam je je ge men zhe ba re xin jie lao de so Diya da ben zan zhe ya wang bo de na ye zoi san jiu sen jiu ren bo jie ma jie ba nan jie jiu jie jie ba nyang ba me ba yang gong ne gong de pe wa ri xiu Son nam de ye dam je ze ba nye ton na nim be da nam bam ze ji ga nam je ba lai zhu wa ye ze ben zo len zhu wa re yong jam ba ra ba we je da ren jen ba Kinh đơ giang bồ tê an tê yen tê tê đại kinh chế chi sơ đa lô ghê quan đơ đại tam chế rạp đơ ngồi chi giải kinh dê kinh chi chi chế Tem deren elai wan te di gong ba ren chen ba ra che tem ba sinh đập chơi đô te sang gong ben sinh chơ che. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kempo.
Sleep well, Kempo. Take a
God
rest.
bless you.
See you tomorrow.
Other
Bye.
Bye. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.